Shrinkage. It's a great word. It sounds like something that happens to jumpers in the wash, until you realise it's actually your store slowly bleeding out like a Victorian child in a Dickens novel. It's not just numbers on a spreadsheet, it's trust evaporating, it's effort dissolving. It's that moment you look at the stock count and think, brilliant, either somebody's stealing or I've finally lost my mind. And today we're going to talk about both. Welcome back to Real Retail, the only show where the stock levels are fictional but the trauma is very real. Today we're diving into shrinkage, not the fun kind, the retail kind. Because behind every missing item, every dodgy refund, every I swear I scanned it, there's a story. And usually that story is depressing. Shrinkage isn't just stealing, it's pressure, it's temptation. It's the human side of retail, the side nobody in the training videos states because it would scare the new starters. Every store has to track shrinkage, percentages, targets, reports written by somebody who definitely hasn't worked a Saturday shift in their life. But the numbers don't show the moment a colleague pockets something, saying, just this once, I deserve it. They don't know what stresses has pushed them to go there. They don't show the guilt that hits them like a pallet of basically reduced Easter eggs. Shrinkage is messy, it's personal, it's emotional. It's basically retail's version of a breakup, except you still have to work with the person afterwards. Retail is pressure, it's targets, it's schedules, it's bills, and it's life. And the constant feeling that you're one shift away from becoming a cautionary tale. People crack. They make excuses like, I was going to pay it back. It's just one item. They'll never notice. Spoiler, we always notice. We just pretend we don't because we're too tired to deal with it. Shrinkage starts small. A discount misused, a refund accidentally processed wrong, a freebie that slipped through. And once somebody crosses that line, it becomes a motorway. Retail teams run on trust. You have to trust your colleagues to count stock properly. You have to trust your manager not to pocket the float. You have to trust everyone to care about the store at least slightly more than a passing pigeon. So when shrinkage hits, it's not just the financial loss, it feels like a betrayal. You start second guessing people, you start watching behaviour, you start noticing who's suddenly got lots of extra money. The atmosphere changes, the laughter feels forced, teamwork feels fragile. Shrinkage doesn't just take products, it takes that peace of mind. And then there's the customers, the ones who think scanning one item twice is basically the same thing. The ones who swap labels like the trading Pokemon cards. The ones who forget the £40 item at the bottom of the trolley. Retail workers see everything. We're basically unpaid CCTV with extra anxiety. And the worst part? Pretending not to take it personally. Because when you spend your day helping people, watching somebody steal, it's pretty much like a slap in the face. It's not about the money. It's about the disrespect. Not all shrinkage is malicious though. Sometimes it's a mistake. It's confusion. It's when the system held together is run by Windows XP. It's a miscount damaged items, a return that's been processed wrong. But the numbers don't care. Loss is still loss. And that's what makes shrinkage complicated. It mixes human error with human behaviour. And that's a cocktail nobody ordered. So when shrinkage spikes and the store turns into a low budget detective drama, managers double check counts. Footage from CCTV is reviewed and staff whisper like they're in a crime documentary. And even if you're innocent, you feel guilty just by existing. Retail becomes a murder mystery, except the only thing that's dried is your soul, and the morale has shriveled up. Shrinkage forces you to think about morality in real time. You see someone struggling, you see them make a bad choice, you get it, but you can't excuse it. Retail teaches empathy, but it also teaches boundary. Because if you start justifying theft, the whole store collapses pretty much like a dodgy display stand. And it's not about punishment, it's about principle. And the principle is, please stop stealing. I'm tired of doing paperwork. When somebody gets caught, it's not satisfying. There's no victory, there's no high fives, there's no closure, just disappointment. Like a family member has betrayed you. And there's also the paperwork. You see the shock, you see the denial, the regret. And then you realise shrinkage doesn't just hurt the business, it hurts all the people around you. It ruins reputations, it ends friendships, it changes how you do the job. Retail is built on community, and shrinkage, well, that fractures it. Shrinkage doesn't happen in isolation, it happens in culture. If a store feels neglected, people stop caring. If management cuts corners, staff will follow alongside. If honesty isn't valued, it disappears faster than that shelf of premium chocolate. You can have all the cameras in the world, but if people don't feel respected, they'll take back what they think they're owed. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Every retail worker eventually learns this. Shrinkage isn't just about the theft, it's about trust. It's the theft of that trust. And once trust breaks, everything changes. You lock things away. You double check everything. You protect yourself. But deep down, you miss the days when you didn't have to. Shrinkage hurts people because it's personal. You remember the colleagues who were brilliant until they weren't. You remember the customer who smiled until they slipped something in their bag and walked out. The moment you realise retail isn't just about selling, it's basically surviving. Shrinkage isn't just a loss of stock, it's the loss of innocence. And you always remember that first instance of shoplifting. And retail doesn't give innocence refunds. Shrinkage will always exist, but how we respond to it defines the culture. You can chase numbers, tighten security, add more cameras, but the real solution is respect. Because when people feel valued, they protect what they belong to. And when they don't, they take what they deserve, or what they think they deserve. Retail isn't just about preventing loss, it's about preserving trust. Thanks for watching Real Retail. Shrinkage might be a business term, but in reality, it's about people, and people are always more complicated than numbers.